Today, Joseph, we are going to begin on the issue of the $500 billion economy. You know, Uganda has come up with an ambitious plan. Government says that in the next 15 years, they hope that our economy can grow 10 times to 500 billion. Of course, very many people believe that that's a pipe dream. Given various challenges, it's impossible to see Uganda's economy soaring to those heights. But what is your take on that, Joseph?
Of course, it's political. And as with everything else, it's going to end on paper and going to be a subject of discussion in televisions and so on. But there really isn't any will. Even if there was any means, I don't see that there is any will for us as a country to get there. You know, let me tell you, because first of all, it's if you were to look at, you were telling me here how even the countries that have exponentially grown have not managed to achieve what we are saying we are going to achieve.
Yes.
Like
the Chinas, the Vietnams. No country has grown its economy 10 times
in 15
years.
So we are attempting to do something that has not been done by anybody.
Yes.
Is there anything in our mindset, in our determination, and in the way we conduct ourselves that shows that we are about to do something that nobody else has done? Is there anything that even remotely suggests that? So the question, that's the question we should ask ourselves, because usually things like that happen because there is a complete mindset change, which is what we need, which is what we'll need the morning after. A total change of mindset. Look at what are starting with, what we call the low-hanging fruit. As I said, producing at least in agricultural produce, making sure we do not import agricultural things which we can grow here better than anybody else from whom we're importing them. Then at least, first of all, secure food security, get certain things out of the way. Then now start the talk of value addition as time goes on and getting the best prices and so on. And then bringing the development that affects everybody, not just figures that are impressive at the national level, but somehow there is a sieve that has made sure that none of that development goes down to the ground. I'll give you an example. When from football, and you have some knowledge of football, when in 2004, when Mourinho was appointed Chelsea coach and given the task of making Chelsea champions, they had not been champions in more than 50 years, actually in about 50 years. So I was reading one of the books, autobiographies of the players. He said when he arrived, he said from now onwards, everything you do, think about being champions. If you're having sex with your wife, if you're having breakfast, if you're everything, you have to think about being champion. Like all your mindset has got to be about being champion. They won the championship that first year.
Of course.
Of that. But when I saw what it takes to, because usually clubs fail because they don't have the mindset. That's why you will find that clubs will be comfortable being, let's say, second and second and second. I won't mention which ones. But you see, there has to be a total change of mindset to turn around from second to first. And I'll give you another example from sport. Remember the British runner, Mo Farah?
Yes, I remember.
Now, Mo Farah used to run and try to beat the Kenyans at the long distance and the Ethiopians. And he said that you run at their pace, and at the end, you see they still have some lungs, and you've run out of lungs. And no matter what you do, you can't get there. Then he said he had to leave the training methods in Britain and come to the Ngong Hills in Kenya to see what do these people do. Then he said he realized that one cappuccino in the evening is a difference between finishing first and finishing fourth.
Coffee?
Coffee, one cappuccino.
Okay.
Because they are very strict on diet. They are very strict on the food they eat. They eat a lot of vegetables. They eat a lot of organic vegetables and what. Now the Western eating methods, which
burgers.
Even if you don't go burgers way, but the way they eat is not. Now these people. So he studied their methods and studied their methods, and then went and turned around and he beat them for
Yes.
a period of about 6 years.
Yeah, I remember when he dominated the marathon and
The long distance.
the long
and
distances.
Now, so the mindset that it is going to take, forget about 500 billion. Maybe that might be a bit difficult. But the mindset it is going to take for us the morning after to change our country from what it is, you know, a really backward country, into something that is admirable. There has to be a serious change of mindset, a serious change of the way we see things, the way we plan, and that's just the first step.